Hi guys, Don here. So I'm going to give you a bit of a recap of how things went yesterday with William Shanter panel that sadly I couldn't film since it was a no me panel. So yeah, still a little bum on that, but then those are the rules that we have to follow. Yeah, and I'll also show what I bought the other day and yesterday. Well, yesterday was kind of with Steffi's help, but, well, it was all Steffi's help, but, yeah. Yeah, but first, the Shatner panel. Yeah, so, there's the Skizzle reel, stuff that he's done over the years, Star Trek, both original series, plus the movies, other shows he worked on, including one of his guest appearances on Twilight Zone, where he's the only one who can see this threat that's on the wing of this airplane that he's flying on. No one else can. He's the only passenger that can apparently see what's out there. And it's freaking him out. But yeah. So he shares some fun stories about why he loves coming to Salt Lake City. He would come there to ski in the springtime. And there's still snow on the ground, but not major amount. Until there was an incident where he face planted and was having trouble skiing up, but luckily a couple of people walking by were able to help him up. But as we realized, he was too old to ski. I'm not sure how far back this happened, but yeah, when you can't do something anymore, you have to give it up or find something else to replace it with. Yeah, so he had a lot of fun stories. He answered questions. Didn't go into too much about Star Trek itself, but he talks about what he wants to. But yeah, so it's a fun panel, and I still managed to make it to Steffi's photo op with Catherine Tate. If I get that photo, I may show it sometime. If not, well, point is, Ashley was able to join them for that. So, yay! Alright, so, yeah, first go with yesterday. Stuff that I bought, and one item with Steffi's help, I admit. But yeah, kept it all in this box. So, hey, first up, from Refreshing Designs, a backup bracelet. Yes, it's a rainbow. I chose it for a reason. I like it because it's pretty. And next, remove the cat ears so I can show this off. Put that right there. Tiara, also from Refreshing Designs. And I already adjusted the other day, and yeah, may have to adjust it a bit more, but yeah. Now, originally I was gonna go for a Dragon Priestess, but yeah, save that for next year, since I pretty much have everything for my Innen cosplay. Except for makeup and nails, but that's something I can work on. You guys got plenty of time to Halloween. I'm gonna put this back on. Alright. And next, and just kind of broke my bank, so the case I have on my phone I've had for over 5 years, along with that socket pocket, and so I'm gonna have to buy a replacement for those, replacement of that, and I'm gonna get one of each because it was still $5 off. It was still about $50 plus tax, so it wasn't that much off, but yeah, but Doctor Who, Winchesters, so I can alternate between the cases, so that'll be fun. Alright, so the last thing I could, and then also for Friday, got these cute animals. I got two of my favorites. Tiger, this is cute. And because it wants to stay upright, but and also Triceratops, North Drakey. Yeah, not sure what these types are. Oh, okay, got the Rex. Got him to sit up, but I'm keeping him in the bag for safety. You never know. Something might happen. So, goes back in there and put it up there. And finally, and this is from one of Seth's favorite shops that we go to at least once, maybe more, every year. It's a quill pen. Yeah, fun. Use it for writing. Yeah, they do all sorts of Harry Potter stuff. And I wish people would ease up on J.K. Rowling's. She has her political views. We all have our different views, so. Because she grew up during post-World War II and during the Depression and during the Cold War, so that's gonna reflect how she views the world. We all have our reviews and, sorry, rambling. Going off topic, returning to topic. So I'll put these back in here. I don't need them out. And finally, as of yesterday, oh, before I do that, my follow-up with William Shatner. Yep, we all made it in. Yeah, it's reflecting off the screen, so, but, yeah. Yeah, like I said, Daddy wishes there was an emoji to express extreme jealousy. I don't think he's caring about how much it cost, because it was over $100. The fact that I got to have a follow-up with him, got to stand next to him. So, yeah. And now, that's yesterday, also from yesterday, about Lego Elsa. Steph got her for me. Actually, I originally grabbed what turned out to be Cinderella, so whoopsie. But, yeah. Elsa. Yes, I can empathize with her struggles of being an older sister. I mean, I have 3 younger sisters, so, yeah. Now for a slightly somber note, and I feel like I need to mention this because this did happen last night and I can't ignore it. So when we reached the North Temple station, which tends to be less crowded than Salt Lake Central, something Steph figured out last year when she and Tom came to do stuff. Yeah, anyway, so we weren't there long when some guy started shouting. He was on the other side of the platform, but he was swearing. Seems like he was being racist, I will admit that. And it got to the point where I stood up to keep an eye on things. You know, I didn't film it because that did not feel right, and I was more concerned of keeping Connor and Nathan safe. 7-9, we can pretty much well hand and stand on our own if we need to defend each other and back each other up. As my nephews we were prioritizing and keeping safe. Yeah, I don't know what set him off or if he was drunk. Someone did call 911, called the police. Not necessarily 911, but definitely called the police to report what was going on. And some other men, 2 of them volunteers from FanX, were standing in a slightly curved line, not, they're standing seemingly casually, like they're not being phased, but I could tell they were doing this to ensure that if this guy tried to move, and there was another guy doing his best to keep him from going past them, he was trying to talk him down without much luck. And a police officer did arrive from the other direction because that's where you can park near these apartment or sort of housing development. Well, I'm gonna say apartment building. And so the cop spoke with him. We all moved a bit further down the platform away. And when when the guy in the co-op actually started walking, staying on the side of the platform for the Ogden train heading to Ogden. Steph and I made essentially a human shield to keep Connor and Nathan shielded. Maybe held hands long enough to keep it from being any gaps, because we're sisters. That's what we do. And so when the train arrived, yeah, we herded the boys on board and felt safer. So hopefully that situation got resolved without any incident, and that guy will get whatever help he needs to deal with whatever set this off. But it was concerning. And given the emotional roller coaster I've been on, yeah, I was really protective of my boys, of my nephews. Keeping them safe was my priority. That was Steffi's priority, being their mom. So, as far as I know, there was no major incident there. You probably would have seen a report, probably, maybe. Anywho, yeah, so, despite that, had a lot of fun, got some fun stuff, and a fun fall-up with William Shanter, making my dad extremely jealous. So, like and subscribe if you're new to my channel. Ping that notification bell so you don't miss out when I upload new content. Oh yeah, Hunger Games is on, if that's what you're wondering what's in the background noises. That's from the Hunger Games, the first movie. Anyways, yeah. Alright, like and subscribe if you're new. Ping the notification bell so you don't miss out when I upload new content. And I will see you guys all later. Bye for now.